Okay, practice 13's in the books. It was a good physical practice today. It was good to get out in the heat. It was a pretty hot day, really, for the first time this spring, and did a whole lot of 11 on 11, good on good. Really, our last really major practice. Friday, we will have a special situation practice. It'll be special teams really oriented, a little bit of offense, defense, special situations, and then of course Saturdays. Obviously A-Day. We're looking forward to that. It'll be the same format it has. We'll divide up and play our ones against twos. We'll play 12-minute regular football quarters in the first half, and then the second half we'll have running clock. We'll let everybody play. Hadn't got as far as the rotation with quarterbacks and all that. I'll get with Kenny after we grade this practice, and we'll get a good plan. For Saturday and everything that goes with that. Do have an alumni 7-on-7 game that I'm very excited about. It's at 1 o'clock. First time we've done that, and really excited to have those guys back. I think it'll be fun for our fans too. But like I said, overall, I feel okay or feel good about where we're at. Practice 13. Everything's kind of gearing up for A-Day and watching our guys respond in front of a crowd. Especially the young guys, especially the quarterbacks. It's always good to see how they react with that. So looking forward to Saturday. Questions?
Is it really fair to have Ontario and McCaleb on one team
and
the other one team not have someone as fast?
If they can hand the ball to Ontario McCaleb in 7-on-7, I like his chances, I'll tell you that. So he can catch it too, but he's super fast. He's got real speed.
What's the biggest thing you're looking for from the quarterbacks on Saturday?
Really managing the offense. We've been putting in installs. We reinstalled, and then it gets to be a point you play the game, and you let them play a game. And my experience is you get them in front of a crowd. Certain guys respond differently than others, and like I said, we let them go live. We learned a lot, but just really managing the offense and getting the ball in the end zone.
What have you noticed out of your running backs? And specifically, I want to know a little bit more about DJ Williams and how he handled things. I know earlier in the spring you said the guy hadn't fumbled yet, but how has he progressed?
I've been very impressed with him. Cadillac's asked a lot of him. He's got a lot of reps. Really for the most part, we're going with 4 running backs this spring. So he got some quality reps. He showed a lot of toughness. That's really what stood out to me. He took a big-time lick last week in our scrimmage and got back up and handed the football to the official and looked at the sidelines, got the play, and ran again. So we're pleased with him so far. And I think he's got a chance to help us.
Because the physicality side of things for running backs, how much has that improved, especially pass protection? Because that was something that Carnell kind of excelled in.
Yeah, we worked hard on that, and Carnell does have that toughness about him, and it's carrying over to our running backs. And they've got a lot of opportunities this year too. And we don't cut our own defense in defensive players, so you got to stand up like a man, no matter who's blitzing, and take them on and protect that inside shoulder.
Gus, what does it say about Nick Coe coming off of surgery? He's out there playing D-tackle, doing everything.
Yeah, he's a veteran guy now, and he's very versatile. That really helps us. It'll help him at the next level and all that. But, he's a guy that we have high expectations for, and to do a lot of different things. And I know Coach Garner's moved a lot of those guys around, this spring to give them some experience and, to help us with our depth. And as far as the fall goes.
Well, forever, the line of scrimmage has been viewed as the biggest part of college football. You got a whole lot of experience and guys who have done big things on both sides of the line of scrimmage. How confident is that?
Yeah, it's very comfortable. We're in a completely different spot than we were this time last year. I mean, I think we had 16 starts. In between all the offensive linemen, that definitely is concerning. We had some growing pains. I think everybody knows that, but they started playing very solid football towards the end of the season. It's really carried over. They communicate very well up front. You're able to do a lot of different things, with them. And of course, our defensive line, they very, very experienced. Kind of the same thing. Like I was saying with Rodney, being able to move people around to different positions for different matchups, and we're in a good spot. Up front on both sides of the football. 13 practices, into spring.
Has there been anybody who's kind of stood out to you at H-back or tight end? I know it was something you asked about earlier in camp.
Yeah. I mean, we're rotating just about all of them. John Samuel doing a solid job. You can tell he's really growing up as far as that goes, and getting quite a few reps with that. So really, he's the main one, that's working with Orange right now.
What position group would you say has that made the biggest jump from last season during the spring?
Offensive line. Anything else?
Depth. What do you feel about the depth on the offensive line as far as the twos, what they've been doing?
Yeah, I think comparing to a lot of springs, I think our twos are probably ahead of the twos that have been in the past, just from the standpoint of knowing the plays, execution. We do have some experience. Austin Troxell, Bailey Sharp, two guys that have played in games, and Broderius is a guy that is really starting to come on. As far as that, Tayshawn Manning's getting a lot of reps, and of course Nick Brom started for us a few games. So, it's a blue group that is a little bit more experienced than we've had in the past, and I think that'll do nothing but help us as far as the depth goes, on the offensive line.
Coach, what was your experience like in Minneapolis? What do you just have to say about the Auburn basketball team's success this year?
Yeah, it was an unbelievable experience. To be in that environment is really neat for me, really, to just to be in an event like that as a fan, and experience the atmosphere and just the Auburn family and the passion and the energy that was in that building. And of course, being there, you couldn't hear whistles, and we thought we won. We had a big group celebrating all that, and obviously it was heartbreaking the way that we lost. But you look at the way that Bruce and his team handled that situation with class, which is extremely hard to do in a disappointing moment like that, and our players, the way they handled themselves, it just, they're true Auburn men, and it was an unbelievable ride. I think it's one of those things that they'll remember that season for a long time to come, and it was just one of those special moments here at Auburn that we got to experience something that very few people get to experience, through their team and their players.
When you see how they handled that after the game, does it remind you at all after the BCS National Championship, you guys lost and having to handle that with your players?
Yeah, it's a challenging time. There's no doubt, because when you're that close to your goal and ultimate goal, and it is taken away, it really challenges, who people are, and they handle themselves, like champions.
You guys are obviously back practicing while they're going on this run in the NCAA tournament. Did you see any of your players kind of feed off of the energy that's going on?
Oh, yeah. No, 100%. 100%. And they talked about it every day. We talked about it in our team meetings. I addressed it numerous times, that we got a great example, of a championship team, what it looks like, how they face adversity, how they overcome adversity, how they play for each other. So, yeah, there was a lot, and I know our team was extremely excited, and obviously they were just like all the Auburn fans. It was just, it was a tough way to lose.
Anything else?
What's Noah Benogany brought to the defense so far this year?
Oh, yeah, he's got an edge. I mean, he has a year experience. He's confident. He knows what he's doing now, and he plays with an edge. I mean, he's got a chance to. He's set up to have a really good season. That's probably the best way to put it.
How comfortable do you just feel with your quarterbacks at this point compared to going into the spring?
Yeah, we feel a lot more comfortable. We got more information, but we've been challenging them. We've been straining them, putting them in a lot of different situations. I mean, that's a very, very important position for us, and so yeah, but I feel more comfortable than we did when we started. But that still we're in a battle right now, and they're still competing.
Gus, the scoring system and format for
Yeah.
anything, you got that figured
Yeah,
out?
it'd be the same as Ben. We're not going to get complicated with the defense, all that. It's just going to be a blue group, a white group. We'll have an orange. The orange team will have a quarterback with orange. The blue team will have a quarterback with a green jersey on. So that's the way you'll know that, it's orange and blue, and what team and all that.
Anything else? All right, Coach.
Okay, thank you all.